Hello, everyone, my dear friends. Here we are again for the monthly Just Breathe live webinar. And just like Matea has just said in the comments here, it is such a joy to be here with all of you in this moment. And I invite you to just very peacefully take in this being here, to just sense yourself, to sense the energies present here today. And in my sense, it is literally as if you and me, all of us here present in this now moment, and whoever will be watching at a further opportunity, are in the same place together physically, just feeling the warmth and the cuddle of the love we share. And it is a love that is unconditionally simple. It is light, open, just like the air we breathe when we become conscious of our breath and the incredible things that it brings into our consciousness, into our lives. So that's why the series is called Just Breathe. It seems like just breathe. Yeah, just breathe. Such a simple statement, yet so profound. So in this moment, as we begin the monthly sharing for March, and as you come in and join, I invite you, breathe and be with your feeling, with the sense of this gathering that is happening around the world. From within our core, wherever each one of us is sitting or standing or lying, whatever. Just take in the smile of these energies, this openness. And at the same time, as a lot of the world is going through a big convulsion, facing enormous fears, and also enormous possibilities of transformation, for they are available moment to moment. And you never know when that sweet silent voice of loving presence will come in, and the human will turn around and see something else rather than the fear. And see something else rather than a specific agenda. And all of a sudden forget what it was, and just be so present in that special now moment where that whisper comes in from the depths of ourselves and says, would you like to try a new way? To really look fear in the eye with a smile, and know that the hugeness is just a projection. Beyond that, there is air, there is space, there is a time that is not conditioned by shame and guilt and all of the other fuels that keep fears in place. Yes, Just Breathe is the name of this series. Breathe in the lightness of the air. Of your conscious awareness. And so I'd like to start by thanking you for taking the time, the space to provide an even more vast, ample field of grace. So, my dear friend, what is it that your heart has been whispering to you? I invite you to take this moment to just allow that amplified sense of living that invitation. No matter how much of it you are already living, there is always space for more. That is the incredible, miraculous capacity of our expanded consciousness. There is always space for more. In this big shift, this big transition that we are going through on Earth, where many are feeling and seeing things in a different way, where many are realizing there's no point taking sides in whichever context that might be. There can be a tendency to eventually go along with a few small or big dramas here and there, just so that you can come back into your sweet, serene space within and be reminded that you reside here and now, and that from the core of you, the truth that speaks is never in conflict with anyone or anything, though it is very clear about what serves you or does not. And so there might be this tendency to fall into a loop of suffering, then get off it, and back into harmony, just for the thrill of realizing, oh, wow, now I can do this. I can go back and forth. And it can be fun. But it can also be fun to stay in a point of conscious harmony from within, in which you constantly allow yourself to discard belief systems, in the sense that, of course, you do have to have belief systems in order to navigate your human life, but that you can remain open and detached from having to hold on to just this or just this, and that then it can be miscellaneous, like a cake that has many more ingredients, and that then they combine, and so that something that you believed to be totally opposed to, for instance, what you like, and then you sort of it comes your way and you try it, you look at it in a new way, and it blends with something else that is in your space. And so removing the walls of this is this and that is that and that is that and that is that, creating an inner space of harmony, which is very colorful, I would say, very diverse, dynamic, but that does not necessarily require you to go back into suffering again. Because You've done that. You know how it works. You've had the experiences. So you can definitely compare. How much more comparing will be necessary? Whilst choosing to live from a profound harmony within you, a harmony between your human self and your divine self, as if they could be two, but let's put it that way. A harmony between your expanded wisdom and your, let's say, everyday existence, where one is not separate from the other, and that you don't need to sort of remove yourself from your everyday existence in order to experience your expanded wisdom. It is blending, it's blended, it is one, it happens constantly. And within that, there is so much to be seen, to be felt, to be heard, to be experienced. There is so much richness. There is so much magic is the word that comes to me, but it becomes quite commonplace once you really allow that harmony to be your standard, regular state. It becomes normal, natural, common. No big deal. And that's exactly also how one can overcome those traumatic moments from the past. Some of them very hard to digest. But when you stay in that space of inner harmony, it's no big deal. It happened. You lived it. Chew it. Digest it. And now let the nutrients from those experiences reach all of your cells and bring you their extraordinary nourishing capacities. For yes, you are also nurtured by the experiences that you lived, that you have trouble accepting. They are as nurturing as all of the others that you enjoy having had. And so when you start staying in a place of inner harmony, where your ego quietens down, but then becomes available to serve you in whichever way presents itself in your new now moments. Then you start feeling, yeah, it's no big deal. Neither the huge suffering, neither the incredible miracles. It just all blends in. into a simple, natural stream of existence. And at this moment in time, as many are faced with homelessness, with not having a job, with not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow or even today. It is a time to trust. To trust that there is kindness in humans at large. Because that kindness is intrinsic. It is in each and every one, though sometimes so numbed down, so covered up for the sake of protection, of self-protection, that it simply seems completely inexistent. It's time to trust. The kindness that resides inside of you, for you. Like no matter what you're going through, that inner smile radiating from your soul will always be ready. If you're willing to not deny it, it will be ready for you. If you would like to look at it and trust. For there are resources, physical and non-physical, meaning there is kindness, love, peace, harmony, and joy, and all of these things more than enough for all. Yes, there are resources, natural and man-made. It's all here. In the same way as it is all here within each one of us. It's all here in this planet. It's all here. It is a time to trust. Like an innocent child, yet a wise sage at the same time. For the wise sage is that sweet innocence in itself. Because the wise sage allows him or herself to be detached from the ways of the world, from taking sides, but to be immersed in such a sweetness, such a kind, loving space within, that with each breath, with each heartbeat, with each look. This innocence that removes judgment from people, places, and situations, and comes to that neutral harmony within. Is spread out everywhere he or she passes. And he or she will never really know what difference it made this or that day, this or that moment. When eyes met eyes, when hearts touched hearts. Because he or she is not attached to having to know the result. The only thing that really matters is remaining within that truth 100% of the time. And that, my dear friends, is the challenge of our times. Trust. Trust that feeling. Trust that knowingness. Know it so profoundly that no erratic thought can wipe it out. It is a time to trust. Not because you or anyone else is in pain, but because you and anyone else can know something different. And can live it. And can be the example of it. Not for the sake of being an example. Just because you cannot not be. When you're living in a unique way. From the core of your knowingness. From the depths of trust. So I invite you to close your eyes. And take a sweet, deep breath through your nose. Allowing your belly to expand when you inhale. And then when you exhale also through your nose, allowing it to relax. letting all of the hooks of drama release you, so that you can land completely in your core, deep down in your belly. And just allow yourself to be completely immersed in the wise beingness of you. Just because you can, because you know this space. And you enjoy it. Breathe yourself here and now. Unhinged by worry or misfortune. Just for the sake of breathing into you. And coming into this infinite inner landscape. Where you look your soul in the eye. And you embrace each other as if you were two, knowing you are one. And you just trust. You trust because you can. And you keep on breathing deeply and softly through your nose. And you trust. And you know that no matter what it is that you are experiencing right now, when you are immersed in that trust that does not have doubting beliefs about the possibility of ease, grace, kindness, love, and whatever else you know, you sense, you feel is available, soul to human and human to soul, in this beautiful love affair of you. you trust. And you breathe into this profound silence that the peace of trust emanates. And if any doubts come up and confront you, you look at them from the eyes of trust. And you sense, is there any substance in this? Is this serving me? And you can let it go. So that your intuition, your inner light beam can show you the way. You release the need to be in control. And you realize the power of harmony. So very different from what you had known power to be. And in this quiet space where you are right now, where we all are, breathing trust all over the planet. There is a clarity beyond the mind's comprehension. The clarity of knowingness, trust. Trust that you know which way to go, what to do, what to say. Trust. And so it is. This is my very simple sharing for this month of March, for today. So I invite you to open your eyes gradually, keeping the breath profound. Thank you very much, Jenny. I love you. Thank you for your love. Today is the 27th of March, would have been my grandfather's birthday. My grandfather passed away already over 20 years ago. But he was a man who really showed me the value of trust. So, in honor of him, this is our gift today for all of us. He went out into the unknown land at a time when traveling wasn't that easy, built an empire, watched it crumble, kept on trusting until one day it was enough of this earth experience. May we always be able to rejoice in the evolving experiences that we provide for ourselves, and know that wherever each one of us is on this planet is the right place to be, even when it doesn't seem so. Thank you, all of you. And so You know that my website is inpassioncoaching.com. And the other day I shared a poem called Isness on my profile. And it was written back in 2013. And I'd just like to let you know that I do have this book called Vice Versa, which was published back then. And it has a lot of those poems, and some are in English and some are in Portuguese, and it's got texts and sharings about the magic in everyday life. So there's some things that are in Portuguese. And so this is a beautiful creation. It was designed by a very dear friend of mine, and yeah, and it's a compilation of many texts written in 2012 and 13 from my blog. They're all very inspired. I thought I'd let you know that I have this creation that I really love. I cherish this creation. Oh, here it is. Isness is the one that I shared in my profile. Anyway, you know I've got several books, and whatever you'd like to check out on my website. And I also like to remind you that the Impassioned Breath Weekend, which is a highly personalized retreat where a person gets to have about something like 10 sessions with me, with Joanna, with her healing touch, and Pedro's astropsychology, and where the food is made for you, where you're taken care of inside and out, like the queen or king that you are. And that's coming up on the weekend of the 22nd of April. We still have one vacancy if you'd like to check it out. It's on the In Passion Creations page on my website, In Passion Coaching. And thank you, Joanna. Yeah, it is a very powerful book. Well, all of them are really, because they're all created with so much love. I'm so passionate about the books that come to life. It's like babies for me. It's like creating a new baby. And that's it. And I just like to thank all of you who are in the enlightening showers of presence right now, our 3-month journey that has been so incredibly beautiful, and that are here now today in this Just Breathe Live session. And may this experience of harmony be amplified 1,000,000-fold or more for each one of us and for all of us. Thank you, Doris, Maria, and Ida, and Maya, and Gregor. Thank you all. And see you around. All my love. Wishing you the rest of a very graceful, trusting, harmonious Sunday. Thank you for showing up. I love you. I love you. And I am infinitely grateful for your love. What a blessing. Bye.